everyone, and welcome to this very special edition of Growing Kentucky's Leaders. I'm Sheldon McKinney. I'm the Executive Director of the Kentucky FFA Foundation.
And I'm Ruth Ann Fink. I'm the Development Officer of the Kentucky FFA Foundation.
And we are so excited today to just share in this podcast platform about a new project that Ruth Ann has been working on for several months that we're rolling out to Kentucky and to employers and everyone who needs to hear about this in 2024. So right now it's live. And so if you're hearing this, it's time to share with everybody Kentucky FFA Works. It is a hiring solution. So Ruth Ann, what is Kentucky FFA Works? What have you been working on?
Yeah, we are so excited. I'm just going to start with the launch of this program. I know our team truly believes that this is going to be a win-win for so many of our partners and people in Kentucky agriculture. So I do want to get everyone on the same board. Like, what is Kentucky FFA Works? And for employers, it's a hiring solution, to be simple, right? It's a one-stop shop where they can post jobs that they are always hiring for. And it's a simple connection piece for our high school seniors to find them. For seniors, for our high school FFA members that are seniors currently, right now, this is a one-stop shop for them. If you are a senior and you're seeking full-time employment right after you graduate, this is where you need to go to look for jobs. It is a one application. It will pair you. We will do some pairing of what qualifications students say they have, and we will provide top matches to these partners that are posting some jobs that they are always hiring for on Kentucky FFA Works. So it is a solution that a lot of people need. It's a solution for students, so it's everything in one place. It's a solution for our companies and our partners so that they're getting this talent pipeline that they so desperately want and need. And it's just, we are really excited about what it has to offer. We hear all the time that our partners are seeking people that have the skills of FFA members, their background and their experiences and the courses that they've been enrolled in, everything that this FFA membership provides, they want to hire for. So Kentucky FFA Works is that link between the two. We're excited about it.
We are so excited about it. And I'll tell you, we visit so many industry partners across the state, and we have some common themes. One is that they tell us that they desperately need people to come and work. And also they tell us people at their company who have an FFA background, who they love. And they go, we wish we could hire all FFA members. Well, we need to do better to help folks do that. So we know data tells us that 54% of graduating Kentucky seniors are going to enter the workforce after graduation. And there's a lot of options out there for you. You could go to technical school, a four-year university, you could go to community college. All those are good options, but there are some students who are ready to go to work. You might have had a wonderful FFA experience or ag education experience. We have about 6,000 seniors who are going to be graduating in 2024 who had an ag ed background in Kentucky. And we know that a lot of those people are going to be looking for jobs. Our workforce development says in the next 5 years, there are going to be 488,688 projected new jobs in Kentucky. We desperately need qualified people to fill them. So this is really our solution. Instead of taking an FFA member who maybe really had a great high school ag ed experience and work ethic, and they're ready to go to work, instead of just searching their community for jobs or just trying to figure that out on company websites and many applications, we're simplifying it.
There are so many websites out there too. You can get lost in it. The beauty of Kentucky FFA Works is all in one place. And I think that's just great. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one place, one application. So if I'm a student, I'll go and fill out this application, upload my resume, tell them about who I am with FFA. I can specify areas of the state I'm willing to work in. My ag teacher is going to get a review for me. And then from there, you pass that on to companies, their top matches of here's FFA members we think are a good fit for you.
Yeah.
Is that right? Now, what's the employee do after that? If they're the company, what do they get?
Yeah. So there's lots of perks for the companies that have signed up and they say, we want to be a partner with Kentucky FFA Works. Is on our website, which is kyffaworks.com. Their logos are front and center on that homepage. Students can go and click learn more. They might not be familiar with that company. So one, it's great marketing. So others know what your company does. What kind of jobs are they constantly hiring for? So it's a great place just for students to have awareness about these jobs. They might not have ever considered working in a certain region of the state until they learn about that company, what their values are, what the job is. And that might make their decision to maybe make that move. Another perk for our companies is that they're going to be sending us their qualifications that they're looking for. So not only are the students checking those boxes of here are the end of program assessments I have completed, here are my skills, maybe here are my industry certifications that I have, all those things. On the flip side of that, companies, when they enroll with Kentucky FFA Works, they're also checking boxes. Here's what we're looking for. Our ideal candidate has X, Y, and Z. And so that makes that match process really fast forward for the companies. They're not doing lots of searching, here and there. We're giving them a direct pool of here are some already qualified, talented, ready to work students. And I think that is just priceless for these companies.
It has to be, but we hear so much about employees needing good we hear so much about employers needing good qualified candidates and people to come to work. We think we really are the solution for this. And for students also, it's some transparency about what a job is like to know that younger generations, they want to know a lot of information about a job, and just posting a hiring sign outside of your building, it's not attracting the candidates that you want. They want to know what a day in the life of work is like. What are the expectations? What is the pay? What are the benefits? And so we are trying to really offer some transparency on our website too, for students to feel informed about companies and opportunities as they apply.
Yeah, students, you'll be able to see on our website, when you click learn more about those companies, you'll be able to see what range, if it's hourly or salary, very black and white, very transparent. There's no secrets or mysteries about this. You'll be able to see what kind of benefits these employers are offering. It's a great transparent thing that I think will help our students. I do want to say, I think it's worth mentioning, we talk about some numbers and how many of Kentucky seniors are going into the workforce. Another reason I'm so passionate about this, because I know the good work that Kentucky FFA does and in our students, and it truly does grow them as leaders and it changes lives, is we don't want to lose these qualified, talented students to another industry. We want to retain them in the ag industry, because we know the ag industry needs talented people to work in it in lots of different kinds of jobs and capacities. We hope this is going to help retain some of those really qualified students in the industry that we love so much.
And in the communities that they love so much. We have where you can apply in regions. So if you say, I am always going to live in this part of the state in my hometown, I want to be close to the farm, I need to be close to my parents, you can say, I'm only interested in working in companies in this area. And that will help for that match too. Also, our companies may choose to offer, once you are employed with them, some additional education opportunities that they provide. So it's just going to be a really win-win for everybody.
Yeah. We've talked about employers and students. Sheldon, why don't you talk to some about what teachers should know about Kentucky FFA Works?
So ag teachers, if you were looking at all the students in your class this year, or students who have came through your program, if you know that students right now, that college might not be for them, they're kind of just trying to determine what their future looks like, they know they want to go to work, take a day in class and talk about this website. Have them fill out this application. There is no risk to the student. There's no cost to the student to have them fill this out. We have resources on our website, KentuckyFFAWorks.com, that talk about building a resume and what that looks like. It could be a great class activity. And then have your students apply. There is no risk to them. And so from that, once a student applies as an ag teacher, you're going to get an email that says, hey, John Smith applied. Give us a little review of him really quick. And it takes minutes. It's not a letter of recommendation. It is,
I would say 4 minutes maximum. And that's being generous. It is quick.
Just tell us about their work ethic. Tell us, or just, how would you rate their work ethic, their attendance? It's just rating it. And so an employer will get their resume, they'll get their student information, and they'll get a review from their agriculture teacher. So this gives you great resources to use in the classroom, work readiness skills that your students absolutely need. And more than just work readiness, it is an application that students who may not know what their future holds, they fill this out. And just imagine that when they graduate, the month of June, what if they have 5 good ag companies who call them and say, we want to talk to you about a job and interview you?
That's incredible.
It would be incredible. And so teachers, this is really in your hands. You can provide this wonderful opportunity to the students who are sitting in your classroom. And you may, by helping them fill out this website, you may link them to a company or a career that they love and they spend their life doing in Kentucky agriculture.
And teachers too, we have so many great partners already with Kentucky FFA Works. They are excited. They are engaged. They want to interact with your students. It may even be worth reaching out to the contact person on our company partners on that website and saying, hey, I think it'd be valuable. I have a lot of interested seniors in employment with you. Would you come and be a guest speaker in our classroom and talk about these employment options if you're local nearby those? So feel free, you can reach out to these companies. A lot of them are very excited to interact and make this a successful model for them and for your students, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. I think another thing that everyone should know about this too is that this is not a constantly running job posting website. This is a pilot program. We are doing this year and next year to check our timeline, see how it's going. But right now, companies enroll first. Those graduating seniors in 2024 apply. We do the matching, and then it's over until 2025 seniors. So we are not a job posting every day website. This is an opportunity for the graduating class of 2024 to find employment in the agriculture industry. And we have to be clear about that. It's exclusive to Kentucky FFA members graduating in the class of 2024.
Yeah. So high school seniors, I want to talk to you for a minute about what this looks like for you. If you're interested, if you're sitting in your seat or you're listening to this podcast and thinking, hey, I do want to go to work right after high school. I want a really good job in the ag industry. I've loved my time in my ag ed classes. I want this to continue. Is go look at the companies. Go to our website, kyffaworks.com. See who our partners are. Take a look at those job descriptions. What makes sense for you to apply to? Maybe it's all of them. I want to talk about your student application, just so you can kind of get a sneak peek of what this looks like if you haven't checked it out already. You can select, as Sheldon mentioned, what regions you want to work in. That will help filter this down. Maybe you don't mind. You're willing to work anywhere in the state. You can select on your application what companies you're most interested in working with. Again, you could select all. You could say, I'm really open and I want to work maybe for any of these companies I'm interested in. And then a really big part of this is the quality of your resume and your cover letter. So we do ask, it's a pretty simple application on purpose. So you can sit through there and you can click, click, click. There's a lot of power in your resume though. So be thinking what kind of credentials have I earned while in high school? What kind of work experience can I put on my application that will make me an ideal candidate? Things like your end of program assessments, any industry certifications you have earned in any of your CTE courses, obviously in ag ed, but you might have industry certifications in other courses too. Talk about your SAE on your resume. That is great work experience. Maybe you have a job outside of school that is applicable to what you're applying to. Talk about that on your resume. We want to know all of those things. But we will have some resources linked as well. So if you go to our website, you'll want to go to the for student side. You can check out lots of helpful tips in building that resume and your cover letter. I know your ag teacher will be a great help as well. Here's the big thing. I want to talk about deadlines for these students.
Hold on. I want to also say, though, for students when they're building that resume, that their FFA experience absolutely matters. It vitally matters to employers. So if you competed in your local speaking contest, if you know about parliamentary procedure, if you've ever been on that team, maybe you have just volunteered every year for community service projects. You've never missed an FFA meeting. You've been to FFA camp. Those are things that are valuable in your richness as an employee, as a person, and in your work ethic. So this is a place where our employers who are signed up for this, they recognize and value your FFA experience. So make sure you put that down. There's nothing too small to put down if you've been engaged in a local FFA chapter.
No, that's really good. Don't sell yourself short in any way. So we look forward to seeing all its applications roll in. Speaking of students, you'll have the whole month of April in 2024. So that apply now button will be live on April 1st. I know it's April Fool's Day, but it will not be a joke. It'll be a real deal. And then it will close. The last day you can send in an application is April 30th. So the whole month of April, think about this, take it really seriously. As Sheldon said, there's no risk, there's no cost. If you are seeking full-time employment, do yourself a favor and fill out that application. You never know what might happen. We're rooting you on, and we want to provide as many resources as we can to you.
Yeah. And so for companies, they have some deadlines too for us. We are in the enrollment phase, January, February, and March. We'd really love for you to be enrolled by March the 15th. You can go to our website, KentuckyFFAWorks.com, and check the 4 employers. There is a link for you to fill out some information about your company. Our staff will be in touch with you to get you enrolled and to find out answer any questions you have, find out about what jobs you commonly hire for. And I would just keep in mind for your new employers is that what are 2 or 3 jobs you're consistently filling that are entry-level work positions. That's what we're advertising for here. And be really clear and come competitive for our students to capture the graduating class of 2024 who has some FFA experience. And so we would love to hear from you, and you can find out more on our website. I also want companies to know, there is an enrollment fee. We'll talk to you about that, but it also is recognized as sponsorship of Kentucky FFA. So there is a lot of value in the sponsorship in terms of recognition, visibility, and impact, and what you're going to get in return.
Yeah, and not only that, but we didn't mention this earlier, so ag teachers, listen in to this part. This will be really, really good news. Is for every student that is successfully hired, we're calling a successful hire 6 months on the job. $500 of these placement fees is what we're calling on the company side. $500 for every successfully hired student will go back to their local chapter. What an incredible way to really invest, and for companies to say, I'm putting my stake in the ground that I believe in the mission of FFA. I know that it's giving us really talented workforce, and they're meeting the needs that we have. And I think that's just a great way to say, hey, local chapters, job well done. Keep producing top-notch students and investing in them. So that is a really exciting thing that chapters can look forward to in celebrating their hired students that are coming from their programs, and they're doing big things.
That's right. So what are the next steps? I would say if people have someone that this is a great fit for, maybe you're listening and you just know of a company in your community that you think, oh my goodness, it'd be great if they were on our website. Yeah. Share this podcast, share our website, let them know if you are an employer, and you pass this on to your HR team. What else?
If you're a student, and I think if you're like, I am looking for employment, even if you're a student and you say, I'm not looking for employment, I actually want to pursue some kind of post-secondary degree. That's great. Think about your friends. Who do you sit in your ag classes with that this could be life-changing for them? It could get them in such a stable job that keeps them in the ag industry. Reach out to them. Send them the link. You should apply for this. I think this would be great for you. Friend support is always so powerful, along with that ag teacher support too.
That's right. So any questions that you have, you can email us at info@kyffaworks.com. Our website, Kentucky KYFFA Works. But we are a solution for hiring needs. We are thrilled to unveil this program, and we are just so excited for what it can accomplish for our students, for our employers, and for the whole Kentucky ag industry. Ruth Ann, is there anything else we need to tell them before we go?
I think that's it. I don't want to overwhelm with any more information, but there's a lot to find out. If you have questions, you're like, man, that was a lot to listen to. Like Sheldon said, just go to our website, kyffaworks.com. Lots of info you can find there.
Yeah. This is so exciting to share with you all. We hope that you apply, and we hope that next year we just get to share so many success stories of students who found a great match in the Kentucky ag industry through this program. So thank you for joining us on this episode of Growing Kentucky's Leaders. Growing Kentucky's Leaders is a podcast from the Kentucky FFA Foundation. The music has been performed by Bourbon County FFA member Joe Fritch. Production is provided by Isaiah Pruitt. Our artwork is by Julie Fritch Creative. Your hosts are Sheldon McKinney and Ruth Ann Fink, and you can find us on all social platforms at Kentucky FFA.